Starting with Microsoft Sway, we are simply just going to run through what our session today is going to entail. So for the beginning, as you can see on the screen, we are going to just do a quick introduction to Sway, sort of what it does, how we're going to start up on Sway, and then of course enhancing our presentation with Sway. So this is what the application looks like. I'm just going to close this. It's just simply telling us that certain things are not going to be supported anymore. So I'm just going to close that so we can open up our screen a little bit better. Okay, so on the screen, as you can see, there are quite a few little buttons and such. And you can see I've got my own little sways going on here. So we're just going to ignore that for now. On the side, we've got a waffle similar to what the Google waffle looks like. So let me just tap on it. And then it takes you into your further details of if you want to continue further down the Microsoft suite. So we're not going to bother with a waffle for now. On the front of us, we've got 3 options that we can choose from. So we've got Create New, which is where we start from a completely blank sway. We've got Start from a topic, starting from a document. So if I hover over the document, my mouse is very big, but it says that you can import it or upload it from a Word document, a PowerPoint, or a PDF. So these extra little things that we can do will help, but the purpose of today's session is really to just show everybody how to do it from the beginning. You remember, we are trying to cater to our individual needs within our classrooms or within our settings, depending on how many classes you teach. So we really want to cater this specifically for our needs. So that being said, we are going to simply dive straight in and we are going to click on Create New. Microsoft Sway is opening up for us. Okay, you didn't pop up your bit. Okay, there we go. Right. So on the screen in front of you, it looks strange, I know. It doesn't look like something that's even remotely familiar. But the card in front of you, this part here, is called a title card. So this is where you would give your the resource you are busy building a name. So I teach grade 3, and one of our themes for this term is planets or space. So I think I'm going to go with that one because I think it'll be more effective to show you how easy it is going to be to build this. But this can literally go from, if you are grade 1 teacher and you are busy with bonds, if you are teaching technology, you are teaching any subject, because like I said, you are going to cater this to what you are trying to bring across to your learners. So for our title for our sway, comments marked it. Okay, planets caught my eye. Let's go with planets. Okay, so our sway now has a title. So if you look at the top of this card here, you've got a button that says detail. So if we click on it, it simply just shows the card in a different format. But it's not really going to change anything. It's not really going to change the input that you are putting onto the card. It's just simply a different way to look at things. For emphasize and for accent, so Google and the normal Word documents and such, emphasize meaning bold. So let's play around. Let's highlight the word and we bold it as a bright and beautiful. And then accent would be, let's see what it does, italics. So simple. It's got nothing super special. It's just a different word for the things we are completely familiar with. Then we've got link. So this is where if you were to add a hyperlink into your sway, but this is only our title part, so I don't think it will be necessary right now. So we'll dive into that part a little bit later. So this is what our title card looks like. So here we've got a picture little thingy that says background. So if we click on background, and as you can see, it's very similar to a lot of the applications we are very familiar with. They've got themes, they've got templates, they've got suggestions, and they even got additional things to offer any teachers that are a bit indecisive or unsure or anything along those lines. So I chose planets. So let's click on planets because it's giving me a suggestion. But if you go down, as you can see here, should you already have resources or pictures that you've downloaded, here is for you to upload from your device, or if it's stored to your online cloud, then you can take it from the side as well. Okay, so clicking on planets. Right, so I'm just going to close this X here, and if you look at this here, Creative Commons only, so this is an awesome thing that is already built into Sway, where they have taken the liberty to just display the images that are, well, not safe to use, but free to use at our disposal. But if you have downloaded anything, just ensure that you know your licenses and things are sort of, you're allowed to, basically. So we're just going to stick to what Sway is offering us for today. So let us see. We've got quite a few options, as you can see. It opens up quite a variety of things for us to choose from. Oh, I quite like this one. Let's go with this one. So if I click on this, here at the top, normally you got the insert that pops up at the bottom, like on Google. But on here, it's going to go add at the top. So I've only selected one because I only want one image as our title card. So I'm going to click add, and that's what happens. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to close this sidebar. So this is what our title page looks like. If you click on this side, you've got something called focus points. This is directly related to the image that you've inserted as your background. So I'll just show you quickly. You also have options. So if you want your focus point to be a specific area within the picture, you are going to design it that way. You're going to make it look like that. So let me just see. Resource focus point is going to be. So if you look at the bottom here, as I'm scrolling on this part on top, the pictures are moving here at the bottom to show you, once we are done, what it will look like when someone else is viewing it. So I rather would prefer to have all of my planets showing. So I will click on the entire image is important, and then you simply just close it. There's no saving it or anything like that, because at the bottom they are showing you what it would look like once we have done a quick preview. So we're going to close it like that, and that is our title card, the name, the beginning of the Sway journey that we have started. If I'm going too fast, please just pop a shout out into the chat, because this is new. So it's going to take a bit of practice, but it's a lot of fun because you get to be very creative. So yeah, just give me a shout out if I'm going a bit too fast, or if you want me to repeat anything. Okay, so looking at this title card, here's a little plus sign at the bottom where we're going to insert our content now. So our topic we chose is planets. So now we've got to be a little bit creative. What exactly are we looking to have? Are we looking to have a text-filled resource, which obviously is not ideal because we want to capture children's attention? Are we looking for just pictures because maybe we have a bit of a younger crowd? Or are we going to do a mixture? So when you click on the plus sign, this is the box that pops up. So you've got a couple of options between what you want to insert into your Sway. So you've got a heading box, which is basically the title box we've got here already. You've got a text box, or kind of like a text box. I'll show you in a second. You've got an image that you can insert, a stack. I'll get into that now. Or you can upload once again from your device. Okay, so let's say we are going to start with, let me add this body. If you click on the separate ones, the suggested is simply a full view of what's available in each of these things. So here we got an embedded link, which we'll also get into later, and then you've got grouping. So the grouping sort of links to your images that you are inserting. So you got a little bit of options on how do you want the Sway to look. So we're going to go back to suggested. And I think let's start with maybe a text. So here we got our options. So we're going to type in some text, but let's just say I'm going to not do that now. We're going to quick fast go find information about planets. Oh, look how beautiful this pictures are. Okay, 9 planets. Overview. Okay, let's just quickly get information here. Okay, let's see Nekiso. Okay. Let's open him up. And just do this thing to stop. Okay, I'm not gonna open it, I'll still do that now. So I'm thinking of my class, and my class is gonna get incredibly bored if I must have a whole lot of reading. And space is such a cool topic that there's so much you can show the kids that I'd rather just add a little bit of more visual effects than just text. But just for argument's sake, okay, we're gonna paste in our information. And that's it. If you want to add bullets, you want to emphasize it, you want to accent it, maybe there's something specific that you want to highlight for the learners, then you can accent it. But other than that, that's what it's going to look like. It's simply just a card with a little bit of text. Now we're going to go again. Let's add something else. Okay, so let's add a image next. Once again, thank you so much, Microsoft Sway. You've made life a little bit easier. You've shown us what suggestions you've got for us. So we are going to click on, let's go with this one, because they got quite a clear image of the planet. So I'm simply just going to click on the image I want. We're going to go add, and boom, Bob's your uncle, there's our image. The nice thing about this is that you can also caption the images. So let's just say we're going to say there are 9 planets, even though my sentence does not match the picture. Anywho, there are 9 planets. Simple as that. And we're just going to close on here. And there we've got so far, we've got a title card, we've got a text card, and we've got an image. Now, the nice thing about the Microsoft Sway is that you can constantly go and check, are you on the right track? Is this the idea that you had for your resource? And then you can always just backtrack and be like, no, this is not it. This is not the vibe I was going for, by using these buttons on the top. So play, literally like PowerPoint. Start from beginning, slideshow from beginning. This is what it does. So I'm going to push play. And this is what Microsoft Sway does. So the layout they've given us is just 2 at the moment. Title page showing you what we're talking about. This was our text card that we had inserted, and our image. And at the bottom, you've got your caption. So, okay, I'm loving it at the moment. That everything seems perfectly fine. I think I do want to make this a bit bigger, but I'll show you at the end how we're going to do that, because we just want to make sure our content is on our Sway. So, happy as a clam. Okay, we're going to go back to edit. Okay, now we are back to edit. So now we know our title card is sorted. We've got a text card going. We've got images going. Now we're going to click plus again. Now I think I'm going to say media, and I want to do a video. So let's go with embed. Okay, so as normal, when you are searching for a video on YouTube, or you're searching on a video wherever, you are going to select the embedded link that they offer you, and you are simply just going to paste the code here. So let's do that quickly. Let's go back to planets over here. Let's go to videos. And I do know with YouTube, sometimes that option of embedded code is sort of like right on the video. But if it's not visible, you can always just right click and it should pop up for you to use. Ooh, Planet Song, 18 minutes, good. Let's go a little bit shorter than that. Everything. Okay, let's see. Oh, there's so many stunning videos on here. There's a quiz we can do. Alrighty, let's go to the top. Planet Song. We don't want the video to be 25 minutes long. Absolutely not. Okay, here we go. This one's perfect. So I'm just going to open this up. And as you see, my mouse matches my theme for today. I'm very excited about my mouse. Something I learned yesterday. Never too old to learn, never too old to learn. Okay. So, for example, when you're using Microsoft Bing, like that embedded option isn't really visible on the video. So you're literally just going to right click. Let me just pause in there. So you're just going to right click, and then here you've got your options. And we're going for copy embedded code. So we're going to say that, we copied it. And then we pop back to our Sway, and we're just going to paste our link. So right click and paste. And then when you click on something else on the screen like that, you'll see the embedded link loading over there. And Bob's your uncle. You now have a video embedded onto your Sway. Again, you have the option to caption it should you need to. But so far, I don't think it's really necessary because I think the video did say song. So I think it will be quite clear. So once again, let's go check what does this look like. Now I've added something else into the play. Okay. So Microsoft Sway has a couple of options for the way you can view it. So here they're giving us the option view more. So we're going to go through it like that. Okay. So we've got our title card, we've got our text card, we've got our image, our caption, and now we're going to slide on over, and there is our video. Let's see if it's going to push play. Let's see what happens. Awesome. Okay. Fantastic. Okay, so we have now added quite a few resources and quite a few exciting things onto our Sway, but we obviously can add a little bit more flair, but the basis of how to insert what you need it's there. Okay, so now we're going to go add a game. Now this word over here, stack, caught my attention the last time I did the session, because I thought to myself, what could that possibly mean? And let's find out. So stack, this is what it's going to pop up for you. So you are going to add content. Let's do an image stack because we are doing space text, not really the biggest fan. So now we have the option stacking, meaning literally one on top of the other. So you can't really do a stack with sort of one image. You need to sort of select a couple because it makes this way interactive for the children. So let's go with this one's quite cool. Let's go with him. He's quite cool. Ooh, that one's also nice. And something we haven't. Ooh, that one's cool. Where did it go? Hold on. Where'd you go? Oh, yeah. Okay. Let's see, how many is that? So here, if you look at the top, you've got how many you've selected. What just happened? Oh, okay, we were us. So I'm going to click on him, and let's do one more. Looking for suggestions. Thank you so much, Sway. You are phenomenal. Oh, let's do this one. Okay. So then, as always, when you are busy adding an image or inserting anything, Google tends to be at the bottom, Sway is at the top. So we're going to click add. And what happens is, if you look, I'm just going to close this so we can have a better view of what we are dealing with. Rocket do. So good. Thank you, Maya. Okay. So when you are looking at this stack, you're going to see that each one has a block, but there's an outer block on the outside. So when I was busy learning how to use Sway, I kept clicking on this last block and thinking, but where's the plus? It doesn't want to add, doesn't want to add. And as you can see, when I clicked on it here, it actually removed the image. So you can sort of play around with the way you want the images to lie as well. So if you click and hold, you move it up, you can sort of play around with it. I think it should work. No seller, game of four. Yeah, okay. Right, so you can play around with it. If you're looking at your stacks this way and you feel like, oh, this picture doesn't really fit what I'm looking for, just simply unclick him and he'll be out of the door. Click him again because we want to keep him, or you can just simply delete it. Okay, so this is our first stack. It's called a group stack. So I'm going to click on the outer side of this big block that we've got. So at the bottom, so if you should get stuck for whatever reason, the inner blocks are specific to each image, but the outer block is the one that we actually need in order to continue with the rest of our cards. So let's go see what this looks like.
Hey, Miss Kaylin, just a second before you get going. Charlene, if you want to jump in.
Yes, Kaylin, we have a comment from Sumaya. She says, this seems a bit like Wakelet. Awesome.
Oh, awesome. I'm so glad. So it seems like Wakelet.
Yes.
Wakelet. I don't think I'm familiar. But if it seems like Wakelet and it's something you are familiar with, that's awesome, because that just means it's going to make it so much easier for you to use this application. Is there any other questions? Any other comments? Is everyone still with me? Are we still understanding what's happening?
No other questions yet. We're doing a wonderful job.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, so back to our stack. So let's give this a quick gander. Let's start from the beginning. So we're going to click on him over here and we're going to push play. Okay, back to the way the design looks. So we've got our planets, again, running through it. Title card, this is what it looks like. So I'm actually going to go and change the image in a second, just so that I can show you what it's actually going to look like. Where did my picture go? That's so rude. Alrighty, go back. Okay. Okay, title card, text card. And remember, just because I only did one at a time, it was simply just to show you how to insert the content. But we can go back and we can say, oh, but a little bit of text here might look really good. A little bit here, maybe a picture, a video, whatever you feel. Okay, so we are going to continue sliding over. And this is what a stack looks like. The wonderful thing about Sway is if you are using it for the first time, they give you lots of little tips. So if you tap to flip through this stack, so I'm going to close him first. So if you click on, this is what I was talking about when I said interaction for the learners, and not just simply, oh, it's just a picture, how boring. It is literally flipping through like old school photographs that your mom took of you when you were 4, and just having the film developed and you've got an envelope and you just flip through them. This is the vibe that they're trying to give us. So this is, they can just keep clicking and keep looking and just have a time of their lives. And this is what a stack is. But we also have quite a few other options. So let me quickly go back. So back to edit, because we are not quite done yet. So back to edit. This is our stack. And now I want to add something a little bit more. So I'm going to click again. Don't get too confused with this, because these blocks can throw, it literally took me a while to figure it out. So the white blocks are specific to each image, but the outer side of this block is where we want to be. So we're simply just going to click it to highlight it to open up our add in options. So we are going to go to image. Kom ons kyk gou. Ek dink maar let me just go. Add image. Yeah, excuse me. Okay, image. Let's see this one. And we're gonna go, I don't even know what species it is. Okay, it's fine. We're gonna go add. And close you, Coco. So here we've got the 4 images selected. Maar ek dink hierdie wag, laat ek dit toe maak. Okay, let me go back here. You see, I did that. I literally did what I wasn't supposed to do now. Because if you click here, that's actually such a good learning curve for myself as well. Clicking on the white block, there's our plus sign, but it's simply adding on to the existing stack. So we're done with the stack now. We're fantastic. We're happy with our stack. There's enough pictures. It's colorful. We don't want to be by this section. We want to be by the outer side of things. So now we're going to go to, let's do stack again. And then, yeah, group type. So let's just add some content, images. We go add. mark over 2. And now we've got a different one. So if you click on this group button and you click stack, it shows you, it's split it up that way, or it shows you the way it's dropped down in this instance. Okay, so let's change this and see what happens if we do it in play again. As you can see, this is a very experimental application. It's very, does this work for me? Doesn't it work for me? Do I like it? Don't I like it? And you're sort of going to feel your way as you're going. It's a lot of playing. It's a lot of just experimenting, like what is going to be most effective for yourself in your classroom. And the only way you're going to know that is if you're going to play a little bit. It's going to take a bit of practice, maybe even. So let's push play and see what that last one looks like. Okay. Okay, it's also a stack. So we're simply just going to, where did my planets go? That's cool. They also learned something. Click on the planets and the planets were like, bye. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, and then it's our stack again. So this image is actually without a background. That is so cool. So live and learn. Now I also learned something. So we've got an image without a background that is sort of flipping through our stack as well. That is so, so cool. Okay, so now we're going to go back to the drawing board. We are going to also kind of teruggaan. Waar's my copy hiervoor? Hier sal sy. Okay, we're going to go edit. So now, before I continue, everyone's still with me? Everyone's still good? I don't think if there's any questions, are we good?
No questions yet, Kaylin.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to click on this button, insert. And again, we've got our images, we've got videos, but it's obviously not the plus sign here. So you can just select. Let's see what happens if we do it this way around. Add. So it automatically was able to detect that I'm inserting a image. That's basically what it does. So if you don't want to go through the whole process of, okay, insert content, select this, select that, okay, we're good, then there's no problem. Okay. Ek het sopas die ding gevind wat ek daarvoor gesoek het. Group. Ah, yay. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to go back to, okay, let's go group. So we've done text, we've got a heading, we've got an image, we've got a video, we've got a stack. Now we've got another option. So if you click on group, you've got the options over here to do a slideshow inserted into your Sway. You've got a comparison grouping, you've got a grid grouping, and then you've got an automatic grouping. So let's click on automatic and kom ons kyk wat doen hy. Click him on there. You just popped up the same thing. Okay, let's click. This way is going to have all the same images. Automatic. Kom ons kyk wat maak hy. Okay, play. Again, just play around. It's so much fun to figure out what Sway can actually do. Oh, it did the snow. Okay. Oh, lovely. We're zooming in. Mag het toe. So it's basically just inserting the image from what I can tell. So that's the automatic option. So we're going to edit. We're going to click on automatic. Almost delete form cover. Okay, so now we're going to go again. We're going to add. We're going to go for a group. And I think this time, let's do a grid. Add content. Let's do an image first. And let's see what it does. It's so exciting when you get to play with all these things. So that should be enough. So again, on the top of your section here where your suggestions are, you've got how many you've selected. So I'm going to go add. And again, it's going to show you text Mars. Oh, caps. No. Mars. And excuse, not image. I don't want an image. Delete you. Text and Earth. Okay. Now let's give it a gander. Let's see what it does. Okay, so we've now got technically the way the images run, that you've got these white little cards within your gray card, meaning now we've got 3 words part of our stack. Let's see if I am correct. Okay, let's see. Look how cool. So again, flashcards. I'm thinking foundation face because my brain automatically thinks foundation face, but this would be so cool if you had to do mental maths like this, if you had to do sight words like this, and using the sway, you could sort of bring in sight words with your reading. Oh, it's phonics. Okay, let's see how we can link it to our theme of the week. We're integrating. Oh, stunning. So let's click on our stack as a media, upload. Oh, it's going to give me the same option. Okay, it's fine. Hey, there's my friend. Okay, so again, just for argument's sake, because we added him in, we're going to go to our options here at the top. We're going to go focus points because we would like little man to have more of a area in our sway. This is going to be Space Alien for now. So again, if you are not wanting the whole shebang, maybe you want to focus on a specific part of the image, then you can obviously select and how would you like it to look. But I think the full image is just better. So if you're gonna close him, and again, similarly to like your every other Microsoft, there is your undo thing here, you've got search here. It's very similar to what you can expect from a Microsoft application. Okay, so we have got, let's take a look at our complete sway, because there's one button on the screen, 2 of them actually, that I have not gotten to yet, and the one is so fun. Okay, let's see. Let's just do a quick last look at our sway. So if we are not happy, we are going to be very nitpicky now. We are not happy, we don't like the way this looks, it's not on. So planets, okay, it's alright. I don't know why it's in red, but we'll tolerate it. We move on. Okay, we've got a lot of media. We've got a video, we've got a slide deck, a stack, excuse me. We've got another stack. We've got a grid of images that the learners can also click on and then flip through to make it more clearer for them. We close it again. You slide to the next part, and done it also awesome text cards, flashcards, and our little friend alien, Space Alien. Okay, so back up. As you can see, when you are busy on this part of the screen, these little friends on top tend to disappear. It's happened like a couple of times now, but as soon as you hover at the top, it does reappear. So if you're unsure where to from here, we just go back, edit him, because we want to make changes. So let's just, for argument's sake, say, okay, I like the layout, but I feel like there's a few things missing. So let's just say from the video. So we're going to click on our video. And again, luckily, you are not limited to where you can insert and not insert. So click on the card that you are wanting to add something below. Plus, let's do text again. This is so cool. And done. The only thing that I find with the text, which might be a little bit I don't want to say tricky to perfect it, but the way it lays on the sway. So this is why I say please just play back and forth with it all the time to make sure that your layout is really working for what you are trying to accomplish. So let's go look, where did This Is So Awesome land? So okay, it's not on our title card, it's not on this first text box. This image has a caption, so it's not there. Let's see. Okay, there's a bit of video knee. And there he popped up. So it kind of looks like a caption almost, I want to say. But yeah, your text sort of you aren't always sure where it's going to fall. So rather be sort of in and out to just check like, okay, we're on the right track. Okay, back to edit. Okay, but now we've now looked at this way and we just think, you know what? If a child had to use this on a device, not 100% sure it would be the most user-friendly because of the way it looks on the computer screen. So on this side of our screen, we've got a button that says design. So we're going to click on him and see what happens. And this is what it shows us. Okay, so it's giving you a sort of a zoomed out version of your sway. But on this side of your screen, you've got style. So let's see what that does. Okay, cool. So now we have got a little bit of options. So as you can see, our sway, for some reason, trying to be fancy, decided to go into a horizontal layout. We've got options though. So we can go vertical. And then it sort of looks like a website, which kids are so familiar with. Would be, maybe it might be a lot easier for them to use, because if you're looking at the screen as is, I can visually see, okay, this is going to be like a cell phone. The layout is going to work for the cell phone. Again, horizontal also works perfectly, but I think it would be more user-friendly if you are using it in your classroom, on your whiteboard, landscape. Or, okay, they use horizontal, I use landscape. I like to teach art, so I use landscape. So I think this would be more useful in that sort of setting. But then we also have the slide setting. So slides meaning literally a PowerPoint. So you can click through it however you use it. Each thing that you add, each card appears then on a slide. See, there's my text card. This is so cool. Stack, clicking through. Oh, that image didn't load properly. Anyway. Clicking through, and again, if they want to, if you hover on the picture, here's a zoomy. Oh wait, it's a visual search. That's cool. So if they want to go see more, I thought it was a zoom button. My eyes, yo. If they want to go find out more about this image, or more about spaceships, or more about the Hubble craft, this is sort of, that button does that. So if you're going to zoom, almost more from two, visual search. If you're going to zoom, you just click on it. Oh no, you don't need to zoom now, because it's on a stack. It's big. So if you look at this bottom part, you can see the same as when you open up a PowerPoint document. They give you a lot of theme options. So your theme options, we're going to click on. Let's see, Patunai. Letting it load. Simply a white background. Your text also then will be changed, because the theme, there the text has changed. The theme will link to the text. So our one that we started with, we had, I don't even know, but irrelevant, because you can still choose which one you want to choose. This one looks more like foundation base level of font. But it's got a very cool background. It kind of looks like stars, fireworks. That's quite cool. So you are literally just going to go back and play around with all these awesome options that are catered to what you need to do. But on this part here specifically, you can customize. So let's customize what we have in front of us. So you can customize your color palette, which is completely up to you, however you want to choose. Maybe you want to do black and blue because of the space thing, whatever you decide. Here we've got font choices. Now, this I wanted to mention specifically because of the fact that Foundation Phase using Teacher's Pet, I have got it loaded onto my laptop, but if you look at the options that I've got, it doesn't appear here. So these themes and fonts directly link. So you're obviously just going to have a very, not the most exciting variety of font, I would say, but you definitely have options, put it like that. Let's see, this is kind of spacey. It says Arial Nova, Nova being a star. And there the font has changed. You also can add your size. Change your size. It doesn't look like it's been changed much, but this is sort of what Sway offers us. Now, if you're anything like me, that absolutely cannot decide what I want to do. I'm genuinely someone that is extremely indecisive because I always think, oh, maybe I can do it better, maybe I can make it more comfortable, and then I end up changing something completely. You've got this awesome button over here that says Remix. So let's click Remix. Now, Sway has given us an option of what this could look like. Should we so choose? The word actually looks very smart. Let's go down. They rearrange your layouts for you. They rearrange the way the things look on the screen, as well as the font that you have chosen. They change that as well. So, okay, this is not really the vibe. Let's click again. Remix. Like a DJ. And now we've got another option. And you can literally go through this to the T until you are completely satisfied with what you have in front of you. Before I continue with almost the last part of the session, simply about the sharing and how we can actually get this to our learners, are there any questions other than, am I all right?
Kaylin, first of all, I'm very happy you're okay.
Thank you, because that was bad.
Yeah, and secondly, no questions so far.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to close this section. My style. I kind of like this style, actually. So we're going to quickly just, excuse me, for the last time, run through the play part of this way. So, play. And remember now, we've changed the layout based on the orientation or how we want the sway to appear. So, apologies. If you go down, this now looks like a website, like a full-on Wikipedia vibe. So this is perfect. I'm just thinking of my children that brings a device to school. Then no one's coming to school with a laptop under their arm, not in my school at least. And remember, we are trying to make this useful for our learners in our context. So this, to me, would work perfectly because I could send this home. Oh, the assessment's coming up. Go read up on your planet. Go study this. Go watch the video. This will help you prepare. This is sort of what the kids would see. Okay, so now we're going to click on back to edit. And again, I just want to reiterate, this could literally be done with any topic. Life skills is so vast. It is such a huge component, and you can integrate so much within this type of resource because it's incidental reading. The children are not even going to know they're reading, and they're reading because of something that is this attractive that they are going to want to access. So for the last section, I'm just going to click on this button here. You've also got these options. So you have got the option to save it as a template. You've got the option to duplicate it. Excuse me. You've got the option to print it. You've got the option to export it. So let's click on export. Choose the format you want to export to. So for the question that I had earlier about the cards being printable, this is your option. So you're going to go, excuse me, export again. Menu, the 3 dots on the side, you can click export and you can choose which one you're going to use. So generally I think PDF would be the better option because of all the excuse me, inserts. Let me just wet the whistle because I think it's dry. Because of all the inserts we have inserted, it sometimes doesn't always appear on Word the way we would like. So generally, I would suggest PDF. So exporting your sway to PDF. And it should download. Daar sy, daar pop hy op. And there our PDF is busy downloading. I'm going to open it up just to give you an idea of what we are working with. As hy die jaar gaan download, No, I know I've worked you a bit today, but please. Kaze, okay, open file. And like I'm just thinking again, I could refer to foundation-based teachers quite a bit, but I just think like we have to have sort of a theme table and a lot of display within our classrooms. If you created, excuse me, a sway for this and you printed this, it sort of will bring your class to life because you don't have to go do additional research for your resources in your class. But as you can see, as I mentioned before, the layout is not similar to the way it looks on the actual sway. This is the heading, this is the title, and it's sitting at the bottom of the image. So there is things we can work on once we are exporting it or saving it, but this is sort of, you have access to a hard copy should you need it. Okay, so I'm just going to close that. Why are you blank? Look at that, please. Hello. Sorry, it's just not responding for a second. Like I said, I worked in today. Achternaam. Oh, there we go. Welcome back, Sway. Okay, so the last thing that I want to just cover about Sway is, of course, as teachers, we share resources as far as possible to make all the hands, many hands make light to work, and we try and support each other as much as possible, and nothing is any different with Sway. So if you click on the share button, these are your options. So this is the reason why Melissa mentioned that the WCG account is the ideal account for using Sway, because you've got a couple of options when you are sharing. So sharing with a specific group, people or groups, you are obviously going to select the actual email addresses and send them to those specific people. And again, you either can say, okay, listen, I don't like you tampering with my things. Can you please just not? You can look at it, but don't touch it. You got the view option, and then you've also got the edit option. I do the first 3 pages, teacher, you do the next 3 pages, so that we both have a workable resource, and then you've got the edit option. Your other 2 options for sharing is those in your organization with a link. Now, I did not know what this meant, and I learned this yesterday. I'm so excited. I learned so much yesterday. This means that if you are sharing, apologies, this resource with anyone, those in your organization with a link, that means your staff having access to the WCG account would have access to this link, no problem. The WCG, the at WCG schools, that is the organization part they are referring to. It's specific to what your WCG team is using at your school. Then you've also got anyone with a link. So simply, this is the one you would more than likely use for your learners, because you can just copy and paste it onto your WhatsApp group. Apologies. Or you can just send it to, put it on Google Classroom, send it by email, whatever the case is, especially if it's a parent's email, because they will not fall into these categories. Sorry. Then we've got the option to simply copy the link, but you also have the option to get a visual link. They're not going to have like this whole URL, and my grade is not going to be like, teacher, what is all these letters and dots and colons? I don't understand. You simply can copy this into an email, copy and paste into an email, put it on your wherever you have access to, or whoever you need to send it to. And this is such a cool way to do this, other than just a boring old link. Then you obviously have got your other options. You've got an embedded code as well that you can also use. More options. Requires a password to view or edit Sway, which is super cool, because sometimes people tend to pass things on or without permission, or whatever the case is. So you can also set it with the password, because this is valuable information. This is important stuff. So these are your sharing options. Now, before, I know this was a lot of information, but I hope I didn't go too fast, and I hope that the session actually I learned so much with this way, and I thought it's such a cool thing. I would love to incorporate this into our classrooms. Imagine learners submitting a project like this. It would be phenomenal.